Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 465 for January 11th, 2015. What a night of sleeping over can produce. What can happen if you let somebody start sleeping over at your crib? I ain't even talking about the regular sleeping over at the crib, like, a night of romance, you know what I mean? Y'all getting it in and all of that. Because we already know what that's hitting for. It's not always hitting for the same thing in everybody, though. For some people, that could turn into a person never going home. And that might be all right for you. That might be all right with you. However, if that wasn't your intention in the beginning, then that can get under your skin a little bit. And it'll turn a really, really potentially good situation into something that you wish you had never done before in your life. A lot of people meet each other on the internet. I can't speak on it one way or another, whether it's good or whether it's bad, because if you're looking for love in somebody in a different part of the world that you've never been to is offering it to you, that might be just what you need. However, we have to lend respect to the fact that the internet is a crazy place. And you just don't really know what you're going to get. I mean, the world is a crazy place. It's bad enough that it's hard to trust the people that are in your life for probably years and years of your whole lifetime if you don't really know them well. People keep secrets and stuff, But when you're dealing with a situation where, all right, maybe y'all been connecting on the internet, video chatting, or whatever, whatever it is that you need to do in order to keep in touch. And then either somebody jumps in a car or plane or train or whatever, and they come to see you. Next thing you know, they at the crib, and you thinking like, well, if you got a few days off, maybe you could stay a little longer than you were supposed to stay. That could turn into weeks, months, years. Probably not years though, because if you get years in, then that's probably a really, really good situation. Anything short of that, it's a fling. And you know how flings go. Sometimes we feel good about them, sometimes we feel bad about them. But it all depends on your perspective. And look, when it comes to the place that you live, whenever somebody comes to stay with you for an extended period of time, personalities have the ability to clash, and everybody doesn't feel the same way about the way the living arrangement is set up as everybody else does. So whoever crib it is, they basically get to make the rules. And sometimes you may bend the rules in order to accommodate somebody because you're digging them. That's not to say that it's always going to work out. But let's move on from the romantic part, because that's a whole different animal. We got relatives, we got friends, we got people who are down on their luck. And when they see that you got your own spot, if your kids are out of the nest, or you don't have no kids and they see that you have extra bedrooms, you know how that go. Now, probably anybody who has lived by themselves for an extended amount of time and is responsible, maybe have a nice crib or whatever, and handles their business, normally they get somebody in their life at some time who either had a problem with the person that they was living with, whether they were living at home with their mom or whether they were staying with their spouse or their boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, and they need to chill with you for a little while, only for a couple of days. Listen, man, listen, son, me and Shorty been having problems, whatever, and you know what I mean, I just need somewhere to lay my head for a couple of days until things cool out, until I get on my feet or whatever. I'm working, what I'm saying, I make sure I break you off, man. I got you. You know what I mean? I just need a couple of days, man. You got me? I mean, you ain't gonna say no. You go, alright, man. You gonna say, alright. Now that's alright if it really is just a few days. But once they start buying furniture, once they start getting comfy, cornering out their little part of the crib or whatever, that's when it can get crazy. Not only that, but the financial aspect of it. Some people want to chilling in your crib. They don't want to pay no bills. They don't want to help out with the utilities and other expenses that go along with keeping a house afloat. And you know, if you live in a house, even an apartment, but definitely in a house, bills pile up, especially if they're not working. If they're not working, there's going to be problems because you're at home all day. That means that the heat has to be comfortable in the wintertime all day. Or if it's in the summertime, you know, they're going to be running their air conditioning. You running up bills. Running up bills. And you eating. People be eating, man. They all up in the crib. You come home, the juice. Ain't no juice. You drunk up all the juice. I got to go to the store. They had some juice. This never used to happen when I was in the crib by myself. The worst part about this whole thing is that it can leave you with a really, really bad taste in your mouth about somebody that you really used to care about, or still do care about, but you can't look at them the same way anymore because you realize that they're moochers, you realize that they're users, you realize that they're abusers, you realize that they really are slackers, and then it becomes kind of evident to you why the living arrangement that they had prior to you didn't work out so well. Because when people are 100% about theirs, they're not going to be with you for very long. More than likely, they're not going to have to move in with you at all because they already have their ducks in a row. Because if you're working on a regular basis, more than likely you have some money put aside. And if you are working on a regular basis and you ain't putting no money to the side, that's a red flag. Ding! I don't care. I don't want to hear no excuses. That's a red flag. Everybody can put away a couple of dollars. I'm not saying that you have to have enough money to, you know, chill up in the Waldorf Astoria for a month, but you should have some mattress money, some emergency money, some what if shit don't work out money. Especially if you know you in a bad situation. You got to start preparing for that. So, you know, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it comes to relatives, when it comes to loved ones, when it comes to friends, when it comes to people that you just want to help out, make sure that you keep the lines of communication open and let them know. Well, no. You make sure that you understand that it's okay for you to remind a person of how long they said they was going to stay in the crib. Make sure that they are still on their home search. The same way as if they were out of a job, you would make sure that they were on their job search. Because it's important. There's nothing wrong with being independent. And there's nothing wrong with being dependent on people for certain things. But for a place to live, it's not a good look to be dependent upon somebody for. It happens, and you never know when any of us could be down on our luck. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is when you're not doing anything to bring yourself up out of that situation, that's not such a good thing. The Mind Right Body Better Fitness program is going down every Saturday, so make sure y'all come through. Make sure y'all come through. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the McVeigh Recreational Center, 400 East Ontario Street. Right there on the corner of Ontario and D Street, right here in Philadelphia. Make sure you come through. And bring that dude who's been couch surfing, or that chick with the 2 kids that been couch surfing, you know, the day bed, the futon, the couch bed. Remember the couch bed? I'll holler at y'all later, man. You know?